But leading us off tonight is the overwhelming response to the newly opened COVID-19 vaccine clinic by the Houston Health Department. So many people tried to get appointments just as soon as the clinic opened this weekend. The phone lines crashed within the first hour. And today, the city of Houston launched an online portal to hopefully make signing up for vaccine appointments easier. And we've just learned the city's appointments are booked through January. Stephanie Whitfield is breaking down where people in Group 1A and 1B can get shots this week.
Lines at Houston's COVID-19 vaccine clinic show there's way more demand than supplies right now. So the state of Texas is only allowing people in high-risk categories to get it. If you're in Group 1A or 1B, there are several places to try and get a shot. First, you should check the state's COVID-19 vaccine provider map. It's a comprehensive list of where vaccines have been delivered. We're talking about hospitals, health departments, nursing homes, doctors' offices, and pharmacies. Your best bet is to call your doctor to schedule an appointment. Another option is the Houston Health Department, which has received more than 10,000 doses. The city launched an online platform to schedule shots, but every spot was taken within hours. The department isn't taking any more appointments at this point. The Harris County Health Department got 3,000 vaccines. It shut down online signups because people who are not yet eligible started making appointments. We're told the link will go live again when more vaccines arrive. H-E-B and Randall's are the two big pharmacies allotted vaccines in the Houston area. Both are scheduling shots for healthcare workers in Group 1A only at this point. H-E-B says appointments can be made by phone. And when that changes, updates will be posted on H-E-B and Randall's websites. Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.
We know that was a lot and we went through it pretty quick, but if you need to go over it again, just go ahead and text the word vaccine to 713-526-1111 and we'll send you what you need to know.